Welcome to The Simple Fix. My name is Karen and I'm here today at the Art College Studio in Notting Hill, London. This is a 15-minute tower using the push-through bar only routine. This is a great one if you're new into teaching tower and you want some nice ideas on how to start the class. What's great with this is we can do a lot with this spring setting, which is going to take away the annoying and confusing aspect of getting multiple clients to change their springs. When we're teaching in a commercial setting, we want it to be as simple and as user-friendly for the clients as possible. So we've got two blue springs on their push-through bar sprung from the top, and I'm going to show you a great sequence within these 15 minutes that you can use, you can drag out, you can build on it in your very own tower classes. If you're new to this channel, please make sure to like and subscribe. We're going to go ahead and start lying down, okay? Head underneath the bar. I always ask them to grab that bar on the way down so that by the time they're lying, they already have the bar. Now, arms are straight and that bar is aligned with the chest. So that is my favorite cue, is I get them to say, when your arms are straight, make sure that that bar is just above the chest. And that's going to help you sort of notice that everyone's in kind of a good starting point, okay? We're going to start off with some very simple hip openers. So feet nice and wide on that bed, and we're going side to side with the knees, side to side with the knees. Excellent. Just getting a little bit of rotation and just getting used to the weight of that bar for another 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. We're going to settle those feet down, get them into a comfortable position, and let's start focusing on that spine. So we're going to inhale. As we exhale, let that bar just pull the shoulders forward. Feel that weight of the bar wanting to lift you. And if you leave your head nice and heavy, it's going to start to just open up that throat a little bit. This is obviously the opposite of what we want in a curl up, but it's good to understand how heavy your head is and how these springs can really impact that. And we come back down. And some clients really enjoy this little bit of almost mobilization through the neck and spine. Just understanding that their head can move and will move separately to the rest of their body unless we put it in the right place. Settling down. Now we're going to start bringing that into a bit of a curl up. So I'm going to inhale. I'm going to exhale, feel those springs start pulling my arms. Hover the head above the bed. Chin starts dipping into chest. The bar is still pulling me, still pulling me, still pulling me. You're going to hit a point where the springs no longer pull you up. Okay, it's going to feel quite natural to stop here. Big inhale, exhale. Let's reverse that slowly, slowly, slowly back down all the way to the bed. So just going to that biting point of the springs. Let's go again. Inhale. Exhale, arms and bar first. Hover the head, chin to chest. That keeps going. Rib cage is rounding. Eye line to the knees all the way until you feel that little stop. Now there's no more spring tension. The bar is just sitting and I'm hanging on it. And I'm going to come back down. Excellent. Now on the next one, I'm going to encourage you to push through that little stop, okay? And we have to understand that the bar goes from pulling us up to us pushing the bar. So big inhale. Exhale, that bar starts to lift. Chin and head come with me. Now I know it's coming. So as soon as I hit that point of no more pull from above, I'm going to exhale and I'm going to push, push, push and get myself up into as much of a neutral as possible. And this is where I tell people, okay, if you're feeling like you are hyperextended and really tense through those shoulders, I'm going to ask you to scoot your bum backwards. If you're feeling like those shoulders could be open a little bit more, I'm going to ask you to scoot your bum forwards. And I'm going to get them to find that active overhead press neutral position, okay? We don't want them to be super rounded. We want them up. We want them here as high as they can, and they keep lifting that bar, keep lifting that bar, keep lifting that bar. Inhale. And exhale, roll it down. Excellent. So assuming we now know where we are with that bar, I'm going to ask them not to move from there, lifting one leg at a time into a tabletop position. Take a second here to settle that spine down onto the bed. Now you can feel the weight of the legs. For some of your clients, this will actually be easier than with the legs flat, just because of their spinal mobility, okay? So from here, I'm going to inhale. I'm going to exhale, same rules apply. That bar starts lifting my head, neck, and shoulders. And now I've got a choice to either extend those legs into a nice full teaser, or to just hang out here, or even to let them go down, right? Depending on how confident I'm feeling. Holding whichever position you feel more comfortable with. Inhale and exhale, rolling down. Then that spring will catch you and guide you through those last two. Let's do one more here. Inhale and exhale, lead with the bar, chin into chest. We go. We place those legs wherever we want them, whatever level of challenge we're working for today. Pushing that bar up, pushing that bar up. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're going to come down nice and slow. Let those springs catch you and guide you for those last little bits. Excellent work. Popping those feet down and just shake out your hips. Keep hold of the bar for the transition. You're going to allow the bar to sit you up, and you're going to turn just to the side. We're going to take it into a mermaid, okay? Fantastic to do this with the bar on your tower, okay? It just gets a little bit more space than you might feel on the reformer. We're going to go ahead and place our hand towards the back of the bar, so it's ever so slightly behind us, because we're going to take this straight into a twist. We're going to inhale here. This arm starts trailing up. I start pushing that bar away and diving over, over, over. I'm then going to twist, grab that bar, keep pushing that bar. It goes, it goes, it goes. Now, a lot of your textbooks will tell you that in a mermaid, you're trying to keep this bum cheek on the bed. Okay, if you can, that's great. But most of your population, that hip will be lifting in this insane twist and reach, and that's okay. Now from here, keep both hands fastened on the bar and come up and catch it here. Now, I am pushing the bar with my right arm and I'm pulling the bar with my left arm. See how that feels on your body, on your spine. And then swap around the push and pull. It's going to feel a bit awkward, but you never know. What tension are you holding? Maybe one way feels better than the other. Also, there's a good chance you don't actually know your left and right, so you're not listening to me. So try both and pick the one that feels like it's giving you the best feedback. We're going to come up again. Roll, 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 roll. Hold that beautiful position here. We've got extension. We've got that gorgeous twist. My bum cheek might be lifted, but I am trying to keep that leg nicely anchored. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Let the bar soften. Tell them to swing their legs and extend them against the bar. Now, if someone is really inflexible, you can have them just let their legs dangle a little bit, or even allow them to sit a little bit like this, okay? If someone's L-sit is absolute hell, don't force them to be in it for this next few exercises. You can do it with assisted or adjusted rather legs. So I'm going to go feet against that bar, and now I'm just going to hang out back here and just feel my nice long arms. Now this one's a little bit tough because we've got 2 blues, right? I'm going to inhale, keeping those arms straight. I'm going to dive through into my spine stretch, pushing that bar as much as possible. Please notice how my knees are not locked out. Okay, there are very few people within your teaching population that should have locked out knees while trying to access this. It is just going to pull on their poor lumbar spines. Even me, who has a little bit of flexibility, I'm going to unlock my knees so that I can really find good movement, good stretch into my hips, not just hanging out on my lower back. Excellent. We're going to come up. We're going to let that bar go all the way up and go for a bit of an A-frame back here, encouraging them to push into that bar to get a little bit of activity into the upper back to open up the chest for 3, for 2, for 1. Let's do that one more time. Notice how I'm not bending my arms. They are straight as I lie back. Inhale. Exhale. Push that bar through. Hold it here for 3, for 2. And slowly coming up and round into a nice A-frame. Now we're going to take this into a lovely circular reach, one of my favorite exercises. I'm going to keep my right hand fastened on the bar, and I'm going to just let myself hang back. I don't want to be held. I want to be hanging, opening up the shoulder joint. Now from here, I'm going to swipe this hand past my left foot, all the way around, the biggest circle possible. Allow the weight of my head to go. Now, in this moment, I'm staying anchored by pushing that foot into the upright. If I lost that foot, my hip is going to lift, okay? So that foot is going to keep me anchored. Actually, both feet, but that foot's keeping me anchored while I'm in this gorgeous, heavy stretch. And then coming over to that foot, we then reverse it without lifting the weight of the head. Let that head go, 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 and reach, 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 reach. We go under again, but this time, bar goes up. We hold for 3, for 2, and 1. Let's come out of that. Let's do that on the other side. So left hand hanging out to begin with. Don't skip any of your corners, okay? First corner is my right toes, then the wall, then back, right corner. My eyeliner is now to the ceiling. Weight of the head is pulling me down. Feet are keeping me in place. Reach. And then reverse. Don't miss that corner. Don't miss that corner. Go, 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 go. Big reach here to the side. Press it up and through. Excellent. I'm literally going to take myself around to the other side for my mermaids on the other leg. Now, of course, you're going to have clients that like one side more than the other. This is definitely my tighter side. If it was feeling really uncomfortable, what I would do is just hang both my legs off in front of me, okay? So, hands slightly to the back, get that weight under control with this arm. This arm is up, we're coming up. We're going up and over first. We have not started to twist. We first open laterally, laterally, laterally. And then we take it into the twist and we push and we push and we push it down. Excellent. Go, 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 go. Keeping the arm straight. We start to come up into our twisted extension. Feeling a nice pull and push through the arms. Okay, pushing with the right, pulling with the other one. That was the wrong right and left, but you'll figure it out. Right now I'm pushing with my left hand and I'm pulling with my right. There you go. Now I'm going to swap it around. Ooh, that's going to feel really weird. So I'm going to go back to the side that feels comfy. Inhale. Exhale. Push it away, push it away, push it away, push it away. Go, 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 go. Pause. Coming up. Round, 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 round. Looking up into that extension for 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to soften that. Excellent. I'm then going to swing, shimmy myself a little bit closer to the bar. Release that bar and roll down. Excellent. We're going to end with some lovely bridging on that bar. So we want to make sure whenever you're doing this, and this is the same as sort of parakeet or whatever you might want to get into later, people always feel like they need to be really close to the bar, really underneath the bar, when actually, the more underneath the bar you are, the more awkward that foot placement is, okay? We really want the feet to be on top of the bar, all right? So what that means, on top of or against, what that typically means is you actually have to be a bit further away. Notice how now my legs are at a bit of a better angle. Now, I'm gonna make sure that those feet are on top of that bar as much as possible. Big inhale here, pressure into the bar. And just by pushing into that bar, my hips are going to lift and it's going to take me up, 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 up into a lovely long leg bridge. Maybe you call this shoulder stand. Maybe you call this parakeet. I don't care what you call it. We're bridging. We're up. Our bum is levitated. I'm reaching my little big toes away from me for 3, for 2, and 1. I'm melting back down through my spine, keeping as much control as possible. I'm going to land at the bottom, let my tailbone totally unfold, and I'm probably going to soften my knees for a second just to give me some release, okay? We're going to go for that again. Inhale. Exhale, push into the feet, point those toes up to the ceiling. They're going away from me, 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 away from me. Now my hips are going to keep going up, keep going up, keep going up, keep going up. In full lovely hip extension, not crunched in my throat. My voice hasn't even changed that much because I'm not compressed in that cervical. It's all on my shoulder blades and then my bum is lifting. And then I'm going to roll it down, 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 down. Now, depending on how the towers are set up within your class, you're probably not likely to attempt parakeet. However, you can take this into marches and even into single legs. So I prefer to set my marches up from the top. So we go, and then we get nice and comfortable. We release one leg and bring it home. Other side, release one leg and bring it home. Now what we might want to do is release a leg and roll, 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 and lift, 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 standing into that bar. Place it down, change it over, we roll it down, 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 down. We take it up, 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 both feet down, and melt back to the floor and releasing out of that. I'm going to take a second here. Legs nice and lengthened, arms coming up to the ceiling. Big inhale, exhale, rolling up, grabbing that bar, swing the legs. And let's end with a lovely kneeling cat-cow. So get myself not too far away from the bar, okay? I want to push it down, and when I push it down, I should be kneeling in a neutral with my arms pushing that bar down. So I shouldn't already be there. From here, I'm going to inhale. Exhale, start to push the bar, drop the chin and head, keep pushing the bar. The idea is to try and keep my pelvis on top of my knees so that I'm finding flexion, but my bum is probably going to move back a little bit. That's okay. Then when I get to about as much flexion as possible, I unfold my tailbone so I can get into a bit of extension. Inhale, start from that tailbone again. Curl it under. Now I'm resisting. It's like I'm fighting to keep the bar very, very far away from me. Very, very far away from me. As I slowly, 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 slowly come all the way back to neutral and relax. So there you have a wonderful 15-minute sequence that you can quite easily build on. You can throw in some small balls, you can throw in some bands, you can throw in some props, but even just using that as a lovely active warm-up for your tower class would be perfect. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.